Good afternoon. Welcome to Take 5. It is day 4 of the Great American Apple Pie Contest. And our contestant today, finalist Mike Roush. Congratulations, Mike. Good to have you here.
Well, thank you.
All right. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, let me tell you 3 things about this. Number 1, Mike Roush is the news director of WKRG-TV. That means
true.
He's my boss. Number 2, this whole contest was Mike's idea.
So you better make me look good.
And number 3, he cannot win the actual prize. I think you're simply here for the glory.
Yes, that's what I'm going after.
All right, well, let's get started.
And one quick thing Devin didn't mention in the news segment is this pie is so good that we had to hire extra security guards today. They're off the side here. You can't see them, just to protect the pie from the news staff.
You know, I got to tell you.
So we just had to, take that into consideration.
He's a believer. I'm going to tell you, he is. This is one of the first things you talked to me about when you walked in the door.
And you looked at me like I was from Mars.
Well,
but the great theme about the pie contest so far this week, and I got to hurry up here, is that everybody who's participated got the recipe from their mom.
Yep.
And there was a hand-down tradition, and that's the same for me. And here's a picture of my mom with my daughter enjoying some ice cream, and my mom is the one who taught me how to make this pie, simply by saying, here, make it yourself, when I asked for her to make me the pie. So it's a great thing that I've learned, a great thing to pass on to your kids. Okay, the great thing about this pie is it's a little bit different, and in watching the other contestants this week, everybody has a completely different recipe, which we talked about, which is kind of fascinating.
Right.
So we start with basic flour here. We need to put in, what are we supposed to put in? Oh, have to put in the salt.
All right, got some salt right here. How much?
2 tablespoons of salt.
All right, got it. Now, you shouldn't be doing this over the bowl like I'm doing it.
No, that works fine.
Okay.
Okay, then 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay, got that.
Put that in. Okay, we'll mix that thoroughly. Mix that up all together. And then we'll be putting in Crisco. That's what we use for this recipe. So it's a mixture of the Crisco, the white, and the butter. The butter gets at the extra flour, so we cut those in quickly.
All right, 1 1/4 of the white.
Right, 1 1/4 white and 1/2 of the butter.
Okay, got that going.
So get that in so we don't run out of time.
Okay.
We cut those in quick. Now this recipe has an extra surprise ingredient, which is an egg and vinegar. Now most people say vinegar, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. But vinegar actually adds some extra flavor to it.
Okay.
And that goes in on top of these, and we mix those in.
All right.
You're moving quickly there.
How's that looking?
We're almost there. I'll go ahead and get the egg going.
Because we need to get to the apples here very shortly. Now you seem to be a man on a pie mission, Mike.
Yeah, the key with a good pie is to have a great crust, which you're working on right now. The other thing is to choose the right apples. I use Golden Delicious because they're rated as sweet and tender, as opposed to most apples that have a crispness to them. Okay, then where did the fork go? Okay, so we mix this up.
Okay.
Mix the egg in the water. This is really the key thing to remember, because if you don't get this right, you're missing the official secret ingredients.
Okay, what does the egg do? This is the first egg I've seen in here.
I don't know. It's just in the recipe.
It's just magic.
Because my mom told me to put it in.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not going to argue with my mom.
All right, got that going.
So that's the general concept there. Okay, we'll let that go.
All right.
Okay, then we have an extra crust here.
Right.
Already pre-made. I don't know if the folks out there can see it. So what we'll do is add sugar and flour
You go ahead.
to the apples.
Right.
And so we'll mix that up with a spoon.
Okay, I'll do that.
How much time do we
Got
have?
it. Now
Check
you
my iPhone.
also mentioned that, when you make a pie and your mom makes a pie.
Hers is always better. That was a common theme. I was talking to our contestant yesterday, and she said, my mom always makes it better. And I said, that's the same with me. And I've watched her make it over and over, watching it, the minute details, but hers is always better. No matter what I do, hers always
Well,
tastes.
that's a lot of apples.
Well, it's probably too many.
Okay.
So you kind of mix them around there to get it flat, okay? And then we put butter on top of that.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll just do that quickly. And cinnamon on top of that?
Yeah. The key here for this pie is you don't put on too much cinnamon. An awful lot of pies have too much cinnamon. And then, it just doesn't taste right, but they put some funny ingredients on. So we just put a light sprinkling across the top. Are we about out of time?
We are. I got to tell you, it turns out absolutely beautiful.
There we
Mike
go.
Roush is
That's
a
it.
man on a mission to make great pies for our great country and get more people eating them. Mike, good to have you.
Thanks.
Now, Mike, I'm not just saying this because you are my boss. This is phenomenal. It is so good. And we have to make this clear. John and I are not judging.
No, we are not.
Because you know who would win.
Now, even though you selected yourself as a finalist, we're still giving you this because I have to say,
that's so kind of you.
it's
so
an
kind.
extraordinary pie.
Well,
It
thank
really
my
is.
mom. My mom brought it all together, and then her mom's, who was technically, of course, my grandmother.
That's right.
It all started there.
It is wonderful. Well, the judging begins tomorrow. You ready?
Right.
I'm ready.
All right.
Bring
have
them
a
on.
great day.
Have a great day.
Okay, Janae's here.